Hi there, this is Marital Matterz A to Z, a platform where we discuss everything marriage, challenges, and solutions. Do you intend to get married? Are you married, divorced, or even widowed? This platform is for you. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about the place of perseverance, endurance, and patience. Where is the place of endurance, perseverance, and patience in marriage? Because this is the most reason why we have so much separation in marriage today. Because nobody is ready to persevere anymore. Nobody is ready to endure. Nobody is ready to wait. That patience is lacking. I discovered that these are the reasons why our grandparents, parents' marriages lasted, stood the test of time. Because even some of them, are in polygamous homes, like a man getting married to more than one wife, and you see them living in peace. But these days, we have more of one man, one wife, yet there's so much trouble in marriage. Because nobody is ready to endure, to persevere, to wait and work on things to work, for things to work. Everybody wants it. If it is not okay, I don't want it. Our parents endured, they persevered, they have patience. That was why their marriages lasted, succeeded. That was the reason why they stayed in their marriages for some that lived up to 90 years, 80 years, and all that. But today, because nobody wants to tolerate any nonsense, I can't tolerate nonsense. I don't tolerate nonsense. I don't take shit. I don't want that. It's either no. That is the problem we have these days. At the beginning, it is so sweet, so rosy, so wonderful, during courtship and all that. But immediately you fall into marriage, the real character begins to surface. You will no longer see that beautiful girl, that handsome guy you fell in love with. Is now fact. Because some characters that you never saw when you were not together, you were just, friends, go out and all that, you were courting. That's one. You didn't see those things. Because now that it is called marriage, so many people are interested. God is interested. Satan is interested. People that want it to work are interested. People that don't want it to work are interested. So at this point, it is when the main thing has started. And this is the time to decide. This is the time to really say, okay, I'm in this marriage and I want it to work. But that time, when some character begin to surface, you will no longer see those things you saw before. And now you say, no, I can't take this. I'm not doing it again. Let's call it a quit. Let everybody go their own way. And because the devil has brought in his chair, and is seated in the living room, in the bedroom, he's there to make sure that that thing you didn't want, you never wanted to see, you will see it. That thing you never expected, you will see it. Because he doesn't want it to work. And then you don't, because you're not seeing him. So you don't even know where the problem is coming from. But what you know is that, is this not the person that you were confessing love, the sweet things, yesterday? What happened? What changed? I can't take this. I never knew you were like this. And you don't want to sit down and seek counsel and try to see if you can do anything about it. God helping you. No, you don't want to waste. I don't want to waste my time with this kind of person. I don't want to waste my time with training somebody. I cannot tolerate this. And this is why we have so much separation, so much divorce today. And so many people, the children coming up, making up their mind that this thing does not work. Why does it work during friendship? And some people will cut. I don't know what to call it because I'm calling it offshoot. Some people will cut for 10 years. And then immediately they call it marriage. 2 years. The marriage is finished. What is happening? How did we get here? Why is it like this? Some people will cut for 16 years. And immediately they call it marriage. Now, the marriage right, everything has been concluded. Now, let's do marriage. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, the marriage is over. Why? Why? We must be conscious of this. That those people you see, our parents that you see that stayed in marriage for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, they endured so many things. They persevered so many things. They tolerated rubbish from their partners. They tolerated rubbish, nonsense from their husband, from their wife. That was why they stayed that long. They endured. They were patient for each other. Because they know that this will not only affect both of them, it is going to affect the children they have brought forth. These children did not beg you to bring them into this world. And then mess them up. Bring them into this world and then abandon them. Because sometimes you see a man leave the house, not minding what will happen to these children, their future, their purpose. What will happen to these children, their mental health? This is terrible. Some women will leave the house. I'm not talking about where, there's a threat to life, or there's physical abuse, emotional, verbal abuse and all that maybe someone cannot take, you have prayed and prayed, you have done everything and it's not working. And you are now running for your life. I'm talking about where women walk away, leave the children just because of a flimsy excuses. Because they don't want to enjoy anything. They don't want to persevere anything. They don't want to be patient for anybody. You ask yourself, how do you are talking? We were friends. Why we don't even quarrel much? So why is it that now we are all this marriage, this thing is happening? What will happen to these children? What will happen to my people? You don't ask all these questions. Because we are just selfish in nature. Except you have the Spirit of God, you'll always think about yourself. You'll always be thinking about yourself. All you care about is your comfort, your peace, your enjoyment. You don't care about another person. I am not talking about when you have done everything you need to do, yet your life is in danger. That is the only place where you're excused to seek the face of God and take God's counsel and do whatever God needs you directs to do. Not because you don't want to tolerate any nonsense, you don't want to enjoy anything, you don't want to go through anything. Some people will say, I don't want to go through any suffer with any man, no. I don't want to go through any hardship with any man. Please, if the person is not ready, everything ready, I'm not doing. Life is not like that. A lot of people will see a joy to be in marriage. It means to be a mess. They've endured so much. They've persevered so much. They've been through so much hurdles. They've passed through so many bridges. They've passed through so many rivers, so many waters. They've passed through fire. Yes, they are standing. Because those things make you strong. If you start running, for how long will you run? You run, you go and follow another man. You're committing adultery with that man. You go and follow another woman. You're committing adultery with that woman. So after some time, you have problems with that one again. Because that one is not an angel. Then you run again. Because you don't want to persevere anything. You don't know that perseverance and then all those things makes you strong, makes you wiser, makes you bigger, greater, makes you better. When you go through them with God, you learn a lot. And at the end of the day, if you stay with God, God helping you, you win. And you will be glad you did. I'm telling you, you'll be glad you did. So there is no way you go through life. I've said this before. Without challenges, without trial, without temptation. And that is how it is in marriage too. But in marriage, you have someone to go through with. You have someone that will hold your hand, you hold his or her hand, and you walk through together and become better and become stronger. So you must endure something. You must persevere something. Long suffering. Someone will say, no, I don't want any to suffer with anybody. I can't tolerate this from any woman. Any woman that tries it, I will send her packet. Some people will be advising, send her packet. If your husband tries it, leave the room. If your wife tries it, send her back to her father's house. And some people take all this advice and forget the place of God and what God expects from marriage, from families. So in conclusion, for your marriage to answer successful, beautiful, there are so many things. There's so many water has passed through the bridge. There are so many things you endured. There are so many things you persevered. You were patient. So many people would have divorced today, yet today. But because they endured, they persevered. And I tell you, if you persevere because of God, for God's sake, you will never remain the same. Each time you persevere and you overcome, you will never remain the same. You're growing. You're becoming better, stronger, wiser, bigger, greater. Each time you persevere, each time you endure for God's sake, because there's a reward. So, we pass through these things to become better people, and for our marriage to become better, and for our children to become who God has created them to be. And at the end of the day, we'll be glad with you. Thank you so much. This is the end of this episode. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on other social media handles. Thank you so much. God bless you till I come your way next time. Bye.